Wales take on Italy in the wooden spoon decider, the game that no one wants to lose. My name's Mark, let's talk rugby. Okay, so I don't have too much time to record these today, so what we're going to do is I've got to record 3 back-to-back, so we're just going to crack on and get into it. So this one is Wales versus Italy. It's on Saturday, 16th of March, 2024. Kickoff is 2:15 GMT. It's at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Last year, it was Italy 17, Wales 29. Wales pretty much had the match won by about the 50-minute mark in that one. So I'm expecting, obviously this year to be a bit closer, and maybe for there to be, maybe the away side is going to win again this year too. But we're going to have a look at the two teams. We're not going to go too much detail today in them the way we normally would. So we'll just go through the teams and talk a little bit about them as we go through. So Gareth Thomas, Elliot Dee, Dylan Lewis, is the front row there. So, the likes of Azarati, who kind of, got his chance to impress in the front row is out again for this one. Then second row, we got David Jenkins and Adam Beard. We've seen a little bit, this little bit of change in the second row as well. This looks like maybe this settled one now for them. Back row, then you got Alex Mann is back in, Tommy Reffel, who has been one of the stars of the tournament, Aaron Wainwright, another guy who's had a really good tournament as well for Wales. So, really nice back row to have there. Into the halfbacks then that have changed all throughout the tournament, you've got Tomas Williams again in at 9, Sam Costello, second game in a row, I think, for him, starting at 10 as well. Rio Dyer, fixture on the left wing now. The centres, Nick Tompkins there, he's been decent. George North, he's announced that he's going to retire after this game. He's been a huge, brilliant servant for Wales and for the Lions. He's been a great player to watch as well. Maybe not as good in the centres as he was on the wing, but, it's very rare actually that somebody converts from wing to centre towards the end of their career and actually becomes a better player. So, no kind of slight on him there. I think he's been a fantastic player to watch down through the years. And, what's the bets of him scoring a try in the game that he bows out. And then Josh Adams there on the right wing as well. So, with North retiring now, Adams is one of the few of the old guard in that back. Well, the last one left of the old guard really in the back line, right? Now, Cameron Winnett, who's been a huge discovery for Wales this Six Nations, they're at full back. Onto the bench then, you got Evan Lloyd, Kemsley Matthews and Harry O'Connor. So, a lot of these guys didn't feature in the tournament so far. Like we, as I said, we've seen the likes of Azarati and Domachowski and etc. Being either on the bench or in the starting team. So, chance for these guys to impress. Will Rowland's covering the second row. Mackenzie Martin, who has impressed when he's come on, covering the back row. Got Kieran Hardy there. Yohan Lloyd, who's been battling out with Costello for the 10 jersey, and then Mason Grady, who's going to probably cover centre, and maybe we'll actually see North getting taken off, and then he can get his well-deserved standing ovation when he does come off, rather than waiting until the end of the game. I hope that happens. Not, obviously I don't mean it in terms of I hope you just pull him off so he gets a round of applause. I think that's probably going to be a planned thing anyway, that he would come off as long as there aren't injuries where he has to stay on. But yeah, he definitely deserves that ovation if it does come. So that is your Wales team. We're now going to have a look at the Italy team. So front row is Danilo Fischetti, Giacomo Nicotera and Simone Ferrari. So pretty much full strength, I'd say, in the front row there. They kind of similar to the Welsh front row, that they've gone well in some matches and not so well in other matches. So it's a good matchup, I think, between these two to see who's going to get a bit of dominance, and especially with the way the Welsh bench is, and the Italy bench as well, not having huge amounts of experience, it's going to be interesting as well when those benches are emptied, especially in the scrum. An area that has gone really well for Italy, the second row settled now. You got Niccolò Canone and Federico Ruzza. They seem like a match made in heaven, and they should be kept together. The back row, then you got Sebastian Negri, Michel Lamaro, and Lorenzo Canone. For me, probably the strongest back row that they have. When these three guys are fit, I think they suit each other really well. Halfbacks, then you got Stephen Barney in at 9. So 9 is one of those positions again for Italy, kind of like Wales, has been chopped and changed through the tournament, but maybe Varney can keep that for himself. Paolo Garbisi, though, it looked like at the start of the tournament maybe himself and Alan were going to battle out for 10, but he is the preferred 10 as far as I can see. Left wing, then Monty Ioane, definite fixture. The centres, finally, I think they picked a centre pairing, unlike Wales, and it's Tommaso Menincello and Juan Ignacio Brex as the partnership in there, and those two look really good together. You got Lewis Line, who impressed on his debut last time out. He's there at right wing. Then we got no Capuozzo this week. Unfortunately, that guy just stardust, lights up the tournament. But you got Lorenzo Pani, who gets a shot there. So Pani, we've seen him on the wing, been tried in that kind of right wing spot, etc., and sometimes at fullback too, and he is kind of a utility player. You wouldn't expect him, I don't think he's going to do enough in this game that Capuozzo is going to be left out when he's back available again, but still, he can do a job. On the bench, then you got Gianmarco Lucchesi, Mirko Spagnolo, and Giosue Zolocci. I think that's the same subs for the front row as they had last time out as well against Scotland, and those guys did pretty well when they come on. Then you got Andrea Zambonin covering the second row. Ross Vincent, who I've been impressed with when he's come on. Manuel Zulani always gives you that kind of impact off the bench as well, so it's a 6-2 split for them, and he's one, if you're looking at that kind of the starting back row, he's certainly someone who would put his hand up to say that maybe he should be starting as well, and it's great to see the competition there. Then you got Martin Pedrello again covering 9, and then Leonardo Marin, I think he was 23 last time out as well, so fairly similar squad to the one that played against Scotland. So we're going to have a look at some stats now between the two teams. So try score this year, 10 for Wales, 7 for Italy. So Wales scoring 3 more tries than Italy, but Italy are the team with a win and a draw, whereas Wales have gone 0 from 4 in their matches so far. In terms of individuals, then top try scorers, Rio Dyer and Alex Mann with 2 tries each for Wales. No Italian player has scored more than 1 try so far, so they're going to want to correct that definitely in this game. The likes of Ioane, etc., who are on 1 try at the minute. Line-out takes then 48 for Wales and 40 for Italy. And in terms of the top targets, Aaron Wainwright with 16 is number 2 across the entire tournament, but Federico Ruzza with 21 way out in front as the number 1 for this year's Six Nations. So expect him to take a lot more lineouts again. And then lineout steals, then 3 for Wales, 2 for Italy, and then Ruzza also has those 2 Italian steals. That was him as well. So the guy has had an amazing tournament in that line out. And if Italy win this game, maybe it's one of those ones where maybe he's going to be in the team of the tournament as well. He certainly should be be in the conversation at least. Kicks and play then, 113 for Wales, 99 for Italy. So Italy, even though they've kicked the least of all the teams again this year, certainly that gap is closing to the other teams, and that has helped them, I think, a lot. In terms of the people kicking then, Wales kicking a lot from 9. Tomas Williams with 38 kicks is number 3 in the tournament, and then Italy kicking more from 10. Paolo Garbisi with 32 for them. Line breaks then, both have 16 and both at the bottom of of this stat in the tournament. Rio Dyer with 5 for Wales. He's actually 5th overall in the tournament, so he's kind of lifting them up a little bit actually. And then Monty Ioane with 3 for Italy is their top guy for spotting those gaps. Meters gained then 1,331 for Wales, and slightly higher 1,345 for Italy. Cameron Winnett then with 262 is the third best in terms of meters gained across the entire tournament. So you can see the impact that he's had coming in there. Real revelation for them. Monty Ioane with 239 is 5th for Italy. So even though in terms of their teams aren't making all that much in terms of meters gained, individual players are doing a really good job. Total passes then 636 for Wales and 536 for Italy. So Italy not passing the ball as much as maybe we saw them in the past, but again, that more pragmatic approach with more kicks really is helping them out. You can see that in terms of the win and the draw that they got as well. Successful penalty kicks then, Wales with just 1, and they got that last time out against France, and Italy with 7. And again, taking those points from the tee has been key to Italy getting the match points that they have so far. Offloads then, just 17 for Wales and Italy with 27. Top offloaders, Nick Tompkins with 5 for Wales, and Monty Ioane with 6 for Italy is actually number 3 in the tournament. Some other stats for the players then. Defensive ruck arrivals, Tommy Reffel with 52 is number 1 in the tournament, and then breakdown steals, Reffel again with 8 is number 1 across the entire tournament as well. He's had a fantastic turner for them, along with Wainwright in that back row as well, and he's got twice as many as the next best. I think the next best is maybe Underhill, and somebody else tied with 4. Then tackles made, Michel Lamoureux with 82 is number 1, and way out on his own as well at the top of the table for that too. So some great individual performances, but I think on Saturday it's all about the team performance. Can they both kind of deliver? Italy will be on a big high. Wales at home, it's their last chance now to win a game in this year's Six Nations. They will not want to have the wooden spoon and not win a game at all. So expect both teams really to go on this hammer and tongs. And it's hard to pick, honestly, because my head is saying that Wales at home, that's enough of an edge given young team has shown promise, and the fact that Italy maybe don't have as much to prove, if that makes sense, because now they've gotten their win. I think maybe they'll be on a little bit of a down this week. So my brain is saying, or my head is saying that Wales are definitely going to win this, and my heart is saying that Italy are going to win it, and they're going to avoid the wooden spoon, because it just feels like it wouldn't be fair, right, for them to win a game and draw a game and then still end up with the wooden spoon. So, but on this one, I'm going to go against my head, and I'm going to go with my heart and say that Italy are just about going to shade this one.